Hello everyone, my name is Jo Collins and I have the great pleasure to be speaking with you today from beautiful Adelaide, South Australia, one of the 11 great wine capitals of the world. While this presentation has been pre-recorded, I am currently watching along with you all and will be happy to take any questions once the presentation is complete. Just a little bit about myself. I currently hold the position of Executive Director of Agriculture, Food and Wine with the South Australian Government's Department of Primary Industries and Regions, PIRSA for short. I'm also the elected Vice President of the Great Wine Capitals Global Network and the President of Adelaide, South Australia's membership to the network. I was invited to speak to you today by Professor Mariana Sigala from the University of South Australia's Business School, and Mariana also represents the University of South Australia on the steering committee of Adelaide, South Australia's membership to the Great Wine Capitals Global Network, a network I will be speaking to you about today. And thank you to Mariana for the opportunity to talk with you. So what is the Great Wine Capitals Global Network? Founded in Bordeaux, France in 1999, the Great Wine Capitals is a prestigious network of major global cities which share a key economic and cultural asset, their internationally renowned wine regions. Membership to the network requires a capital to possess something that is truly great and excellent in a global context. For Adelaide, it is South Australia's 18 magnificent wine regions that sit on the very doorstep of the beautiful capital city of Adelaide, many of them world-renowned. The network exists to link cities connected to great wine regions, to sustain the health and prosperity of their wine-related industries, communities and tourism. The network encourages the sharing of knowledge, of ideas and experience, stimulates business connections, education and research exchanges and partnerships, innovation and friendships, and is a means to collaborate on technical and policy matters, as well as the challenges and opportunities that are presented. The network's vision is to be highly valued by its members, a brand synonymous with greatness, recognised and renowned by wine industries all around the world where we work together for the benefit of more. Beyond the common thread of greatness, there is an esprit de corps that binds members of the Great Wine Capitals Global Network. A deep desire to work together, to share with and learn from one another's practices and experiences, to tackle common and emerging challenges together, to innovate and work on great opportunities together. The Great Wine Capitals Global Network recognises the value of global connections, of partnerships and of close friends all around the world. Whether that is to enhance wine-related tourism, whether it's to nurture business connections, or whether it involves facilitating education, exchanges and partnerships, whether it's communicating about and collaborating on technical and policy matters, whether it means linking institutions and professional bodies. Through formal and informal initiatives, through proactive and generous acts of friendship, the Great Wine Capitals Global Network is committed to maintaining an ever closer sense of connections, working together for the benefit of more. Never has this been more evident than over the past 6 months. The network has facilitated COVID tourism workshops between members to share experiences and solutions to challenges caused by venue shutdowns and social distancing measures being introduced. Wineries in Australia have had to adapt quickly to these measures by introducing a large range of seated tasting experiences to cater for the new restrictions. Our colleagues from Napa Valley, Rioja, Porto, Bordeaux and Rheinhessen were particularly forthcoming with ideas that our industry could adapt. Melissa Brown, who's owner and viticulturist of 2020 Global Best of Wine Tourism Award winner for Sustainable Wine Tourism Practices, Gemtree Wines, presented on the challenges faced at their cellar door in McLaren Vale. Gemtree were challenged by limited space due to social distancing requirements and the winter weather, which saw the introduction of an online booking system for their cellar door where priority was given to their wine club members. All wine tastings were converted to seated tasting experiences, and the end result was an increase in average spend per customer and an overall increase in wine sales. Gemtree also saw an increase in conversion of customers to their wine club as the new experiences and shifted demand for cellar door experiences saw them be able to better demonstrate the value of the membership. So these sessions were attended by representatives from local wine region associations, as well as Best of Wine Tourism Award winning wineries. The start of the year also saw the devastating bushfires across Australia. These fires had a horrible impact on our local grape growers, with many vines burnt and the coming crop impacted by smoke exposure. Again, our colleagues from the Napa Valley were the first to offer their support and share their experience from the fires of 2017. It was invaluable for us to receive that support, as it helped to frame our support for the wine industry here as they work to overcome the fire and begin the recovery process. So who are the other great wine capitals and the people that represent them? So the network's other members are Bilbao and Rioja in Spain, Bordeaux in France, Lausanne, Switzerland, Mainz, Rheinhessen in Germany, Mendoza, Argentina, Porto in Portugal, San Francisco, Napa Valley, USA, Cape Town, Cape Winelands, South Africa, Valparaiso, Casablanca Valley in Chile, and Verona in Italy. Representatives from each country come from a mix of organisations that look to advance the objectives of the network and its members. They include senior administrative or political representatives from state or national governments, senior wine industry association representatives, heads of chambers of commerce and other equivalent economic development boards and bodies, researchers and educators from universities and educational institutes, tourism and travel bodies and regional marketing associations. Adelaide, South Australia was unanimously voted to join the network in 2016 as the representative city in Australia. So PIRSA, my department, the South Australian Wine Industry Association and the South Australian Tourism Commission were joined last year by the University of South Australia and the University of Adelaide as members of Adelaide's membership of the network, each a representative on the local Great Wine Capital Steering Committee. Aligning the Adelaide membership across all of these key wine industry stakeholders ensures the benefits of our membership to the network are felt far and wide. It also ensures a balanced approach to forming Adelaide's position in all network matters. So what are the network's objectives, aims and strategic advantages? The 2019 AGM marked the 20th anniversary of the network, giving members cause to reflect on the first 20 years and then contribute to the future direction of the network. This culminated in the creation of Strategy 2030, a roadmap for the future. The network is genuinely collaborative. It aims to heighten the wine experience for everyone who visits its regions and its cities, and to support network members to make the most of their extraordinary culture, heritage and geographical virtue. Membership acknowledges excellence in grape and wine production, a commitment to research and development, education and wine tourism services, and the way in which the wine industry is inextricably linked to the city's character, success and vision. The network encourages travel, education and business exchanges, and has led to significant joint academic and research projects, such as the agreement between the Kedge Wine and Spirits Academy in Bordeaux and the University of Adelaide Business School, to run a joint program to share learnings and experiences of the two premier wine regions with the international wine community. One of the core functions of the network is the Best of Wine Tourism Awards. Run annually in each of the member capitals, awards are presented across 7 categories that the network sees key to a healthy and successful tourism industry within the wine destinations. The categories include accommodation, art and culture, architecture and landscape, innovative wine tourism experiences, sustainable wine tourism practices, restaurants and wine tourism services. Category winners from each network member then go in the running to be awarded a Global West Wine Tourism Award. The awards are a great celebration and provide a great platform for benchmarking and building capability and knowledge throughout the sector. Another core function of the network is the opportunity for all members to meet and network across the annual general meeting and associated conference. This meeting allows for the sharing of successes in each individual program and working together to build the profile and reach of the network for great outcomes for all members. Through the Great Wine Capitals Global Network, a local program of activities is being delivered in South Australia to build the capability and to promote all 18 of South Australia's wine regions and to support the growth and development of the wine and tourism industries. A great example of one of the local initiatives run here in Adelaide is the Inbound Knowledge Exchange program. Adelaide invites key industry specialists from other member cities to come to Adelaide on a knowledge exchange. Program participants travel to Adelaide and out to our wine regions for a series of presentations, meetings and workshops, exchanging information and imparting knowledge, inspiring South Australian wine businesses to greater things in the wine tourism sector. This is one of the key programs we will re-establish once COVID travel restrictions are lifted. So what does Adelaide gain as a member of the network? So network membership presents an opportunity to position Adelaide in South Australia alongside 10 of the world's most prestigious and well-known wine regions and their cities. The members do not view each other as competitors, but work together to learn from each other and continue to grow and protect the industry on a global scale. As I shared earlier, this encompasses sharing best practice and innovation in wine production, in wine tourism, biosecurity and also academic exchange. So what makes Adelaide Australia's wine capital? So South Australia, with Adelaide as its capital, has a legitimate and credible position to claim that it is in fact the wine capital of Australia. We produce 80% of Australia's premium wine and 50% of all bottled wine. South Australia's food and wine industries generated a record $15.2 billion to the state's economy in 2018-19, and wine alone generated $2.28 billion, with 529 million litres of wine exported worth $1.92 billion. Our state's 18 picturesque wine regions have some of the world's oldest vines thanks to rigorous biosecurity measures which have kept the state free from the vine-ravaging pest phylloxera. We are renowned for our premium wine experiences with more than 3,250 vineyard owners, 680 wineries and 340 cellar doors, 200 of which are within an hour's drive of the capital city of Adelaide. Adelaide is a wine innovation hub, home to the National Wine Centre and Australia's leading viticultural education, research and development institutions. Wine from South Australia is consumed throughout Australia and over 60% of wine production is exported to 97 countries around the world, including the key export markets such as China, United Kingdom, United States of America, Canada, Singapore and New Zealand. Adelaide in South Australia has long been home to Australia's most prestigious wine brands, Penfolds, Jacobs Creek, Hardy's, Wolf Blass and Henschke, and is now an incubator for new and emerging wine labels which are attracting significant acclaim throughout the world. Global Best of Wine Tourism Award winners such as the Darrenburg Cube and McLaren Vale and the Seppeltsfield Centenary Cellar and the Barossa offer visitors multifaceted experiences that showcase the very best of what Adelaide, South Australia has to offer. So the question I would like to leave you all with today is, how do we replicate this collaboration that's happening with the Great Wine Capitals Global Network at the local level, ensuring the strength and future prosperity of wine tourism in all of our regions? Finally, wine is central to South Australia's story. It's part of our culture and a source of immense local pride and a story that we're delighted to share with the world. So thank you for having me today, and I welcome any questions that you may have about my presentation or on the beautiful city of Adelaide and our spectacular wine regions. Thank you.